Today is a hysterical day that we have invented here in America. And unfortunately, it is spread all across the globe like a virus. It is called Black Friday. Ironically, it is right after the day when we take inventory of all that we have and all that we are grateful for. A wonderful and beautiful day filled only with food, family, love, and gratitude, void of commercial guilt and pressure. And this Friday is also supposed to mark the start of the most wonderful time of the year, the sacred season of peace, love, joy, hope, and happiness that is Christmas or Hanukkah and the rest. But instead, we turn this day into this. Nice, right? The descriptor Black Friday was first used in September 9th in 1869 because of the stock market crash that occurred on that day. Legend has it that the police officers in Philadelphia started calling it Black Friday because they dreaded the extra traffic, the smog, and the congestion around the city on that day. Retailers didn't want the derogatory name associated with their little scheme, so they tried renaming the gambit Big Friday instead. Well, that didn't stick. Then they tried to spin it again by claiming that the black in Black Friday refers to their balance sheets, saying those who have been operating in the red all year, this is their first chance to get into the black. But all that is BS. It's just a freaking marketing gambit, one that works so well that you have started seeing retailers using it all damn month long. Annoying, right? Let's talk more about the BS of Black Friday, the retail theater, and the trickery retailers use on you to hoodwink you. I want to be sure that nobody here on Darren Daily will ever be bamboozled or taken for a fool again. There are 3 dirty tricks that retailers use on you. Number 1 is bait and switch. They aggressively advertise the most desirable product in all their Black Friday promotions. Then you go to the store or the website, and magically, the item is already sold out, or most often, that particular product is excluded from the super sale. Adidas pulls that crapola on me all the time. Black Friday or not, they will advertise a cool new shoe and some great site-wide discount, and I will click on that ad, enticed by the shoe and the flash deal they're offering, and lo and behold, that particular shoe is excluded from their sale. I have bought a dozen or 2 pairs of Adidas because they got me to the site on a decoy, and not once, and I mean literally not once, was the pair I wanted on the discounted super sale. This decoy bait and switch gambit is used all the time, everywhere, so watch out for it. Number 2 is this, the derivative product sale. A derivative product is a product that looks exactly like the original, but is built out of other cheaper materials. Some of the deepest discounts are on the outdated products like older version televisions or other electronics rather than the newest ones. And that's what happens at Adidas too, by the way. When you go to their site based on their decoy bait, what you discover is what is on sale is all the ugly stuff nobody else wanted either, and they're trying to unload it on poor unsuspecting souls. And number 3 is the most sinister, the phantom sale. Retailers plan their discounts, meaning they raise the price and then drop it back to where they actually plan to sell the item anyway. Here's how this works. Let's say that they buy a sweater wholesale for, let's say, $14.85. What they will do is put that out on the floor for $50 for a while, and a few unsuspecting fools will actually pay that amount. But soon the $50 will be marked down to $39, handwritten, of course, on the tag to look authentic. Then for Black Friday, it's on super sale for $25. You think, Wow, a $50 sweater for only $25. I'm a winner. But the $25 was exactly what they intended to sell it for, to protect their 45% margins. Let me tell you how deep this psychology goes. Ron Johnson was the senior VP of retail operations at Apple, where he pioneered the concept of the Apple retail stores and the Genius Bar. He was then recruited and hired as the CEO of JCPenney. In 2012, he made a presentation, and Ron pointed out that the company was selling fewer than 1 out of every 500 items at full price. Get that, 1 out of 500. That is that poor, unsuspecting fool that I mentioned before. He said customers were receiving on average a discount of 60%, up from 38% only a decade earlier. The twist is, they weren't saving anymore. In fact, Ron pointed out that the average price paid by customers stayed about the same over that period. What changed was the initial fake price, which increased by 33%. Ron saw that as a bad thing. He saw it as unnecessary and even deceptive, and he tried to nix the perceptual discount practice at JCPenney. Ron wanted to offer everyday lower prices on products as a matter of course. And that seems logical, right? Nice, straightforward. But consumers had been trained to discount shop, particularly JCPenney type of shoppers, versus how Apple has trained folks. Yeah, no discounts. Even though the new standard prices of JCPenney products were the same as they were in their false discounts, consumers didn't feel that they were getting a deal. And JCPenney's revenues plummeted 25% that same year of his presentation, resulting in a $4.3 billion decrease in revenue. A total of 16 months after becoming CEO, Johnson was fired by the same board that had hailed him as the savior of the company. Crazy stuff, right? So here's what I suggest that you do alternatively on this day. Instead of participating in the Black Friday hysteria, by the way, according to the site Retail Me Not, they've documented that more than 12% of all Black Friday shoppers are under the influence of alcohol while they're shopping. So there's that too. So instead of mooing with the herd in that mosh pit of lunacy and being played for a fool anyway, I suggest making this Green Friday. Spend the day growing you. Go grab that book that you've been wanting to curl up with, or watch that training program that you've been putting off going through, and make green the new black. And instead of spending your money on trinkets and stuff that will only further clutter your closets and garage and attics and our landfills, instead invest the money in planting seeds. Seeds inside of you that once watered and nurtured and cared for can sprout a harvest of abundance in your life. So take note in your Darren Daily Journal and tell us what you are going to read, watch, listen to, or study to make this a Green Friday for you. And I hope it's part of our Thanksgiving jams. And have a great weekend, everyone.